Scion of the High Lord Cao Yang, Po Yung was my father's name. When shady pointed to the first month of the year, on the day keng yin I passed from the womb. My father, seeing the aspect of my nativity, took omens to give me an auspicious name. The name he gave me was True Exemplar. The title he gave me was Divine Balance. Having from birth this inward beauty, I added to it fair outward adornment. I dressed in selinea and shady angelica, and twined autumn orchids to make a garland. Swiftly I sped, as in fearful pursuit, afraid time would race on and leave me behind. In the morning I gathered the angelica on the mountains. In the evening I plucked the sedges of the islets. The days and months hurried on, never delaying. Springs and autumns sped by in endless alternation, and I thought how the trees and flowers were fading and falling, and feared that my fairest beauty would fade too. Gather the flower of youth and cast out the impure. Why will you not change the error of your ways? I have harnessed brave coursers for you to gallop forth with. Come, let me go before and show you the way. The three kings of old were most pure and perfect. Then indeed fragrant flowers had their proper place. They brought together pepper and cinnamon. All the most prized blossoms were woven in their garlands. Glorious and great were those two, Yao and Shun, because they had kept their feet on the right path. And how great was the folly of Chie and Chu, who hastened by crooked paths, and so came to grief. The fools enjoy their careless pleasure, but their way is dark and leads to danger. I have no fear for the peril of my own person, but only lest the chariot of my Lord should be dashed. I hurried about your chariot in attendance, leading you in the tracks of the kings of old. But the fragrant one refused to examine my true feelings. He lent ear instead to slander, and raged against me. Harness winged dragons to be my coursers. Let my chariot be of fine work of jade and ivory. How can I live with men whose hearts are strangers to me? I am going a far journey to be away from them. I took the way that led towards the Kunlung mountain, a long, long road with many a turning in it. The cloud-embroidered banner flapped its great shade above us, and the jingling jade yoke bells tinkled merrily. I set off at morning from the ford of heaven. At evening I came to the world's western end. Phoenixes followed me, bearing up my pennants, soaring high aloft with majestic wing beats. See, I have come to the desert of moving sands. Warily I drove along the banks of the red water. Then, beckoning the water dragons to make a bridge for me, I summoned the god of the west to take me over. Long was the road that lay ahead, and full of difficulties. I sent word to my other chariots to take a short route and wait. The road wound leftwards, round the Pu Chu mountain. I marked out the western sea as our meeting place. There I marshalled my 1,000 chariots, and jade hub to jade hub we galloped on abreast. My 8 dragon steeds flew on with writhing undulations. My cloud-embroidered banners flapped on the wind. I tried to curb my mounting will and slacken the swift pace, but the spirit soared high up, far into the distance. We played the 9 songs and danced the 9 Shao dances. I wanted to snatch some time for pleasure and amusement, but when I had ascended the splendour of the heavens, I suddenly caught a glimpse below of my old home. The groom's heart was heavy, and the horses for longing arched their heads back and refused to go on. Enough. There are no true men in the state, no one to understand me. Why should I cleave to the city of my birth? Since none is worthy to work with in making good government, I will go and join Peng Sien in the place where he abides.